Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back, everyone. So, I'm sorry I haven't uploaded for a while. I have a lot of content coming soon. I have at least three or four podcasts coming, one with my friend in Bulgaria, one with my friend in Hong Kong, and the one in Qatar. Basically, just the first year and how it went. So I really wanted to cover that. I wanted you guys to know how how universities goes in, like in Hong Kong and Bulgaria, and it's also be fun for me because I'll also get to know how my friends are and how good their first year was. And I have other plans too. I want to upload a podcast with my maternal granddad, and finally I'm starting a new series, most likely with my Giki friends. So that's also going to be uploaded. So at least for this semester, I'll try to upload weekly at least once or twice if I have some recent topics to discuss. So that's it. So today's episode is going to be about basically how my 2 months went in GIK. It's basically a university in Stopi. It's like a small town type thing. It's enclosed, and I'll tell you all about it. So let's get into it. So I'll start from the beginning. Just before I came to university, I was really depressed because coming to GIK was one of my biggest failures in my life. I'll be really honest, I didn't want to come to this university. It was my fourth choice. Like, I had NUST, IST, and PIAS above it. And the thing is, I didn't even want to come to Pakistan to study. Like, coming to Pakistan to study was already a very big sacrifice for me. I wasn't not even 1% in the mood to come to Pakistan. Like, it's a new. I haven't lived here, so it's a bit different and a new culture to adapt to. I've been doing great adapting to it, pretending to be a Karachiite and stuff. But think of it like this: I've lived all my life outside Pakistan, and now I'm coming to Pakistan, so it's a bit weird, but I've adapted to it a lot. Like, I haven't fully adapted to it, but I've mixed with the local people. So it was a bad time. Like, even coming to GK, I was still a little bit depressed because I didn't really want to be there. Maybe, well, now I want to be, because I'll break it down for you. Like, I've made jokes that if Nust call me, I'll go. But thing is, Nust is basically another university in Pakistan. So the thing with Nust is its hostels are horrible, from whatever I've heard from my friends, and horrible in the sense that here I have one roommate. In Nust, I would have two or three roommates, and that's if I'm lucky. If I'm not lucky, I won't get a hostel, and I'll have to live either outside Nust or like get a hostel myself, and that's horrible. And the other camp, that's in Islamabad, and that's a good one. In Rawalpindi, I'll like it will be totally fucked, because the thing is, in Rawalpindi, it's basically in an army campus, and they have proper laws and proper uniform and stuff. And the thing is, I can't do that. Like, I can't go back to school. I can't be like wearing a full uniform and stuff, and that would have been horrible. So even though I didn't want to come to JK, I think it's still my biggest failure. Like, I can't change that, but I've realized that it isn't as bad as I thought. So coming to here, I came with my seniors, and some and my cousin. And as we were coming from Islamabad, they I asked them. They didn't do it by themselves. I asked them about ragging stories, and the shit they said, it was fucking horrible. Like, I was like, shit, what the hell is happening in Pakistan? Why are they so homosexual? Like, half of the shit they told me was like, are they gay? Are they not? Like, it was 50, it was 50-50, because half of the shit they said, it sounded like I was going to for a shoot of a gay porn. So that was really fucked. But after coming to GK, I realized that that shit stopped 2 years ago, and most of the people that do ragging, like that experience ragging, do experience on their own consent. And most of the gay shit that doesn't happen now, like most of it, not all of it. Like some of the gay shit still happens, but most of the gay shit, it doesn't happen. I can't describe it because then I'll most likely get demonetized or the video will get taken down. But I'll say there are something like tug of war, but that doesn't happen anymore, and like some other shit that I can't say. So when I like till orientation, I and 2 weeks after, I was scared shitless because, as you know, all these stories and stuff. I was like, I'll stay in hostel, I'll go to class, library, come back, and it was a vibe. Like many seniors were like, why the hell are you going to the library in the first week? Who the hell goes to library? I was like, safety first. I didn't even go to the tuck. I was like, oh, tuck, that's a nice place, I'm not going there in the night. And now I stay outside till 2 to 3 a.m roaming around Giki in with my headphones on. Most of you guys won't even see that because it's 2 3 a.m, no one is there, that's why I'm roaming around. So it was quite fun. And the thing is, classes started, and it's the thing about classes, especially any faculty, is that I feel there's a bit of tension because the system in Giki is you have an average, and you have to, if you score above an average, that's good. If you score below an average, it's bad. It doesn't matter if you score 29 out of 30 and the average is 29.3 out of 30, you're still below average. So it's basically competition and tension all the time. Like I would rather have a system where it's not an average, but rather a system where whoever scores high gets the most marks. Like everyone, like there could be a possibility that the whole class can get a 4 GPA, but in this system, it's fixed that this many people will pass, this many people will fail, this many people will get 2.5, and this many people will have a prop at the end of the session. So it's kind of an unfair thing that even if you're you're an average student, you will get kicked out because there are too many people better than you. But on the other hand, you can get a 7 out of 20 and still be above average. So that's another thing. I would say I would still rather prefer the second system, in which we can just score the highest marks and get GPA, because this system has too much tension. Like many people won't even feel it. Like most of my mates, floor mates, they have most of their friends in their faculty. The thing is, I may have a little bit of trust issues and stuff, so I can't actually trust most of the people. Like, are they friends because I can help them, or are they friends because of anything? So it took me time to obviously adapt and to make friends in FME, because FME is mechanical engineering, if someone doesn't know. So but I've made friends. I've also stayed at their place, so like I can't slander them anymore. I have used them. So the thing is, I have to assess before I make friends. Like I talked to my cousin in second year, and he was like, "I make friends everywhere and I don't judge anyone. Like make as many friends as possible." And I tried that and I failed because that's not me. Uh, for me, I think I'd rather have like one friend that I can always call upon than have like 300 friends that I don't even remember the name of. Remembering name is horrible because after 2 months I finally know the names of most of the people on my floor, and that's amazing. But like, I can't remember names. Like the thing is, 90% of people have names similar to other people. So like there are three Abdullahs in our class. How the fuck will I remember the name? So nicknames I'll remember easily. I've remember most of the nicknames that people told me, I've remembered them. But names are really hard to remember because every third person has the same name. I ignore my cough. I'll tell you why I have a sore throat. There's a reason behind it. So after the second week, there was an event in I think it was a Netronics event. Netronics is basically a society that runs mostly all the internet. Right now, I can upload because of Netronics, and maybe we sweat a lot at Netronics because we didn't have internet for like at least the first 2 to 3 weeks. But after that, it was a great experience. I went to a gaming event. That was also amazing because 3 days I didn't sleep, like for the whole week I studied, and for the next 3 days I didn't sleep, like till 10 a.m, 11 a.m, because I was going to the gaming event every day. There was a problem that there wasn't a F1 event, or I would have smashed every single person there. But it was great. Like, I met a lot of people. There was a lot of ice breaking. Like, so many people asked me weird questions. The thing is that if people ask weird questions and you get nervous, or you don't respond, they'll try to like interrogate you more. But like, if you give the most fucked up, I like in Giki, this is my philosophy. Like, if someone asks a weird question, you give them such a fucked up answer that they themselves won't ask another question. Like, for example, they asked me about timing or something, so I told them like a very short time. So they, like, everyone started laughing. They were trying to like bully me, not bully me, not the right word. I would say it's more of a ragging kind of thing. But because I said such an weird timing of like 5 or 4 seconds, they were, instead of like being angry at me or something, they started laughing. And another scene happened there was that my friend, great friend, I won't say his name, I won't say the name of anyone because I don't want to reveal the identity. But I'll say, like, they asked him what is his preference in women. So he started saying why short girls are better. And there was someone there, I won't say who, but there was someone there that was at least 6 foot, okay, and she was fucking pissed. She was fucking pissed because he was saying that why short women are better, and she literally fucking boiling. Like, I don't know what my friend was singing right there. Maybe he didn't assess the situation, but I didn't either. Like, I didn't get why she was getting angry. But later, I thought about it. I'm like, fuck, she's 6 foot, and my friend is describing why 6 foot girls are shit and why 5'4", 5'5" girls are better. And like, that was so fucked up. And we later apologized, obviously, because we didn't know at that time why she was pissed. But obviously, she was pissed for the right reason. So that there were 3 days: event, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. Saturday night, there was rain, okay, and Sunday, like, there was hiking. I didn't want to go to the hiking. I was like, who would go to hiking? I walked, like, basically the university is on a hill, so I walked through all the hills all the time, and I was new. So, like, I walk through the hills all the time. Why would I go on hiking? But at 7 a.m., like, whenever my friends go somewhere, I just drop them off and then come back and sleep. So I went to the library and was like, I'll leave my friends and come back. And I was like, fuck it, let's go. I didn't sleep all night, okay? And then in the morning, I went hiking, and that was so fucked up because when we were coming back, I couldn't breathe. I forgot my, like, I had my inhalers, but I forgot my steroids. So my whole, like, when I was coming back, I couldn't breathe the whole time. And I have this friend Shumaz. He's great. He's a great person. If you are in trouble anytime, this guy will always be there. Like, there are two people who will always be there if some friend is in trouble. One is me, another is him. Because if there's anything wrong, we'll both be there, we'll always help. So that guy carried my bag throughout, like, when we were coming back, and it was amazing. I don't think it was because of lack of sleep. It was most likely an allergy, because I'm allergic to most of that grass and all of that stuff, mostly pollen. So that's why maybe I got sick. But it was a great trip, and most of it was amazing. The thing is that the thing about Giki is that you have to find a balance between societies and study and extracurricular activities. So for societies, what I did was, like for 2 weeks I gave every interview that there was. Like I wanted, basically I was practicing for Isaac. I won't lie, like that was the main reason I was studying, and I didn't get into it. The main reason I'll tell you later, but there were many reasons I didn't get into it. One was I got nervous and I botched that interview, even though I practiced so much for it, but I still botched it. So the first interview was Ashray. So that interview was great. Like it was my first interview. I gained a lot of confidence because I confidently answered every question, and it was kind of weird because I was really nervous in class. So I thought I would fuck it up, but in the interview I was great. I did most of it and got into the I got into society. The second interview was CBS. Well, technically it was Aya, but I filled the form of CBS first. And the thing about CBS, in the mechanical group, every person, there was like orientation or something for CBS, anti-ragging or something. I don't believe in anti-ragging. I believe ragging should happen. It happened for, like, I didn't, well, not a real ragging happened, but informals happened, so it's okay. So the thing is that most of my members in mechanical were like, go to CBS this, go to CBS that. I was like, what the fuck is CBS? Like, character building society, that doesn't even make fucking sense. Okay, for context, if anyone in CBS is listening, okay, listen to the whole shit. If you're listening to half of it, you won't understand the pretext. The thing is, I didn't knew of any society. What I knew was only electronics because of my cousin. So I was like, what the fuck this character building society does? My character is already built. What the hell will they do? So I and they've used weird terms when they came to, so like societies come to like say that our society is good, join our society, give our interviews and blah 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 blah. So I was like their pitch was also shit. Like I don't know who pitched me, but like I didn't even get it. So I was like, okay, if one of my friends were giving the interview, so I was like, okay, I'll give it too. So I went to the interview, and the first interview went shit because it was like I went 7 p.m. and the first interview was shit. And the thing is, in the second interview I was like, it was 2 a.m. Okay, I was in no mood to have a serious interview. I was just there to have fun. Like at that moment I didn't even want to join the society, and that's the truth. Like I was just there for fun to practice and stuff. So for the second interview I went in like fully free, like I was just in the mood to have fun. And that interview went great. Basically, the first interview is basically formal, and the second interview is informal formal, because CBS doesn't actually conduct any ragging. So the second interview is just, they try to break you through pressure. It doesn't matter what you say, it doesn't matter what you answer. It's just that they try to break you. If you break, they won't select you. If you don't break, they'll select you. So that interview went great. The only thing they got me on was because of spirit animal, because I was literally, I didn't want to join society, so I was like, let's have some fun, let's write. They asked me of a spirit animal. I wrote, I don't have a spirit animal, I'm the same. I wrote Kobe's code that I'm the same and be the same animal but different beast. So I just wrote that code and YOLO'd it. The second thing was that in my idol I wrote Ayrton Senna, because I knew that most of the people in the interview, I didn't knew, I was 100% sure that no one in the interview would know who Ayrton Senna is. So whatever I said, it would work. So that was the main reason I wrote Ayrton Senna. I could have wrote anyone else. Wait a second. See, even though uh, I I may have wrote him because there are people who won't understand him. I have his. This is one of the quotes that I wrote. I have it on my desk because I I am inspired by him, obviously. So may his main quote: "If you no longer go for a gap that exists, you are no longer a racing driver." And this quote, it's amazing. You can use it in your life and stuff, because it it applies to everything in life, that if you have an opportunity or if you have a gap that exists, you should always go for it. Like, you shouldn't back down because of any reason. And the second quote: being second is to be the first of the ones who lose. So I am inspired by it. I didn't lie, but I could have written anyone else. The only reason I wrote Ayrton Senna was because nobody else would know him, and it went great. But the main reason for joining CBS wasn't like after I got in, but I was in no mood to actually accept their offer letter. The only reason I did was because of three people. That's Arsal Bhai, Varda Baji, and Amar Bhai. Because, like, I read people, because I can read people very easily. So Arshal bhai and Vardha, like, the thing is, I don't waste my time. Like, if there's an interview going on, I'll be with my bag, I'll have my tab, I'll have my S Pen, and I'll be doing some work. I don't waste time on anything, even if I'm having fun, or if it isn't there. Like, I don't waste time. Like, if even if I'm going to the TA to get my paper checked, I'll be sitting outside and doing some work, because I won't be just there sitting pointlessly. That's just for weekends or when I'm free, or like when there isn't any studies, then I can do that, but usually I don't. So I was studying, and then these people, like, both of them came, they tried to start a conversation, and I really appreciated it, because like they were second years and they didn't have to do that. Like, they could have just chilled, ignored everyone. Like, it wasn't their job to come and ask people what they were doing and stuff. And I really appreciated that. It wasn't something like special, it was more of like, how to say it, what is a better way to put it, that they didn't have to do that, but they did it, so I really appreciated that. And the other thing was that Amar Bhai also helped, because he was the one calling up everyone for the interview, and I handed him my form. I was like, ask me some questions just for practice. So he really asked me some of the questions, and he also didn't have to do that. He could have been rude, he could have just been like, stand here, take picture and wait for it. But him putting in the effort really convinced me that I should join CBS, even though many people say that I joined CBS mistakenly, and that's 100% true. But thing is, I also joined Ashray mistakenly. I was not in no mood to join Ashray. So I had a plan to always reject them whenever if they ever called. But the thing is, I join mistakenly, but when I do, I am 100% loyal. Like, so after that, Amar Bhai came for, like, Amar Bhai, one of his friends, came to give me a give me and my roommate both got selected. So he came to give my roommate a letter, and the thing is, he didn't have my letter. So he did a whole prank type thing, that you failed your interview, and these are the things that you did wrong. Okay, wait, I forgot a pretext, that I got a call at 10 o'clock that CBS, some third interview, they're going to come to my hostel and they're going to conduct a third interview. The thing is, I was 99% sure it was ragging. Okay, it was Arshal Bhai's phone. I didn't have his number back then. So the thing is, I was like, okay, if they're coming to do ragging in my room, at least it will be funny that if I have like biscuits and stuff to serve them. So I went specially to the shops to get biscuits and cake, so that when they come, I'll give it to them. So, like, it was 12, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to sleep, they aren't coming, this is some prank, they're trying to do ragging. So I was just about to go to sleep, my roommate being there like, what the hell, why are they calling me and stuff. And then Amar Bhai and his friend came, and they both sat down. They had a they had a whole session of like, why they handed him a letter saying that, like, these are the things that you were wrong and why you didn't get selected into CBS. So obviously it was a proper play, like everyone knew. Sorry. It's 5 a.m. but I still have to record this shit because if I don't do it now, I won't have any time. So yeah, I'll clear my throat. So they like Ryan said that he knew, but he didn't know. He was like fully sad. They handed him the letter, and then obviously it was a letter of acceptance, so he got really happy. Then obviously Amar bhai said that whenever the next people come, you pretend that you don't know what is happening, and that obviously when the other people came to give me my letter, I started almost crying, like I had tears in my eyes because Amar bhai assigned me something and I'm going to do it to my best. So I was like full on acting, like 100% acting. I started, like, my eyes were fully water, my lips were shivering. I don't know if they were shivering because I was controlling my laughter, or I was pretending to cry, but they were shivering. I took the letter, I started reading it pretending that I didn't know. Like, I think they got sold, okay, but I fully pretended it, and then at the end, oh my god, yes, I got selected, yay! And I said, Amar bhai, by the way, I don't want to come to CBS. Like, I was, that was the truth. Like, honestly speaking, I didn't want to come back then. So, because I didn't know most of them, and I was like really weirded out, so I was like, nah, I'm not coming. This study doesn't seem that good. So I was like, okay, let's see what happens. But like I didn't. I was like, nah, I don't want to go. So at the end, I was like, okay, let's go. Let's see what happens. uh, I went and it was amazing because the thing about CBS is it's a more serious society compared to the other two that I'm in Ashray and Neutronics. It's serious not in the sense that their work is more serious. Their work is the least serious out of the three of them, like compared to compared and closer to my studies. So, like, but the people there are more serious, and there are many societal evils that they don't do. Like all the societies I tried to join, I tried that most of people there are great people, and that's the main reason I joined societies. Like, people join societies for technical reasons and blah blah blah. I join societies based on, like, are the people fun? Yes, they are. I'll join them. If the people aren't fun, I like, fuck it. I'm not wasting my time. So main reason for joining CBS was that. The thing about Ashtray is that I had 100% plan of leaving them, but after joining them, like, the thing is, I recently realized that the guy I was playing hardball cricket with was the president of Ashray. I was playing hardball, like, by playing hardball I mean they were doing net practice. I came to them, I was like, I want to also practice, and like, I expected that they would just say no, or like seniors, so they would get angry, but they're like, okay, take a ball, you're also practicing. So that was really fun. It was my first experience, like, practicing hardball. Not my first experience. I forgot. Sorry, I had like, I went to Ghulam. I'm not. What is it called? Miss, not Miss Ball Haq. What is it? What is the name? Ah, Moin Khan Academy. Yup, I remember. I went to Moin Khan Academy. There we played with hardballs. But after that, I didn't play for a very long time. So it was quite fun. And the thing is, I was like, I'm an Ashtray member. Are you an Ashtray member? He was like, sure, yeah. He was like, yeah, I'm on an Ashtray member too. Later, I came to realize he's the fucking president. Like, I didn't even know. That's the level I was invested. So right now, I know. I obviously respect to that guy that, like, you're like a volunteer, and he doesn't even fucking know that you're the fucking president. So respect to him that he didn't kick me out at that moment. But so Ashtray, also I'm still in Ashtray because mostly of, like, good people. And the thing about Neutronics is that since I went to the gaming event, I was like 100% Neutronics. Like, the people there, they're fun as hell. Most of them, like, they have both a serious tone and a fun tone. So, and even all their events are like even all their practice and everything are like that we are doing work and having fun. I'm not that into art, but whenever I'm always helping someone, I can't actually do real art. So if someone is doing something, I'll help them with it, but I can't actually do anything. So I did a lot. I did a bit of calls. Nobody received my call as usual. Getting rejected, it's part of life. So that was also amazing. The thing about electronics was that I had to try extra hard because my cousin is already in electronics. I didn't want it to be a perchi. So the electronics interview was also great. The funniest, the most unique and practical shit I've done in a while was that they asked me to sell, like it was a dark room, like there was three people in the interview. I knew at least two of them from before because of the SMP event. The thing is, they asked me to sell the lamp. So God bless Wolves of Wall Street. I was like, to create, how to sell thing, create demand. I closed the lamp. I was like, can you see my form? No. I asked them exactly, can you see my form in Urdu? Obviously, I wanted to give all of my interviews in Urdu. So I asked them, can you see my form? They were like, open the light. I was like, okay, one more. Okay, I was like, can you see my form? They were like, open the light. Then I was like, if you can't see the form, you can buy a lamp from me. Then they're like, open the light. Like, so the second time I was like, shit, they are getting angry, open the light. So they were like, okay, thank you. Like, when I came out of the interview, I was like, they're fucking pissed. Like, I was 100% sure that I'm out, like, because the way they said open the light, I was like, fuck it, I'm out. I thought that they were afraid, but when I came out, I talked to my friend, he's in second year, and he said that, nah, that's really unique, and like nobody did that. So I was like, okay, I'll get in, inshallah, without parchi. So that was also great. I don't know if I got in with the parchi or without, but inshallah, without parchi. Parchi is basically, for all the people who can't understand parchi, it's basically like nepotism. That because there are people that I know in electronics, I will have an advantage. Well, if you build contacts, is it nepotism because you have built contacts on your, like, by yourself? But overall, I just tried extra hard because of that. The rest of the interviews were like informals and stuff. I just gave three informals, not because I wanted to get in those societies, because people recommended me to give ragging. I didn't want to do ragging, so this was the second best thing, informals. So I did that. It was okay, like not that bad, like tug of war and shit. I won't say why if tug of war is anyone who doesn't understand the context, be like, what the fuck am I trying to say? But it was amazing. There wasn't anything bad. I made some friends and it was great. So I enjoyed it. The the thing is, the only thing I regret is missing the infinity interview, because the thing is, I thought that they'll send in WhatsApp message or anything that to come to the interview, but they didn't. So I missed that. I really want, that's the only thing I want to join. The rest are like, I'll try to join some others like Nux and stuff, but that's a 50-50 because induction, I don't think they take in people who aren't in volunteer calls, but I'll try. Let's see what happens. So moving on, I'll talk about the CBS trip. I know it's getting long, but I just want to record one video of it. Maybe I'll cut it up or not, because just a 2 minute story, so I don't want to like have two episodes. But wait a second, fuck it. Okay, yeah, i I don't know why it's corrected there, that's why I corrected it back. So after all of that, we went to a trip to Naran Kagan, which was amazing. Basically, it was Friday 8 a.m. I woke up. I made Friday night. I went to buy Red Bull and five, no, not 500, yeah, 500 ml 7 Up. Emptied it half, like chucked half of 7 Up, added Red Bull, and like I'm ready for the trip. So for then I slept at Monday 3 a.m. I had like 1 hour sleep here, 1 hour sleep there. Like when I came back from the trip, I slept because there wasn't anything else. So the trip was amazing. I made new friends. It was great talking to new people. There were also some people who, like, I won't mention any names and stuff, but it was amazing because it was my first proper trip and getting out without my family. So it was amazing. Like after a trip, I realized that CBS was the right choice, and like I talked to seniors and stuff, and like I realized shit, this they CBS isn't as nerdy as I thought it was, and it's actually cool. So that's why I'm still in CBS. I missed one meeting, and that was just out of principle because like I promised myself that I wouldn't miss any classes and stuff because of society, and like my studies won't be affected. So that's why like some of my friends missed the classes for the meeting, but I was like I won't because like there isn't any good reason to miss a class. Attendance wasn't an issue because I don't give a fuck about attendance. If there weren't attendance, I would still go to class. But thing is, I don't believe in attendance simply because it pushes people who don't want to come into class to come in class, and it's just dumb. Like I would rather have 5 people come into class who are thirsty and want to actually study than like 82 people coming in class and like half of them want to sleep and stuff. And it will be a more better and interactive class if all the people there were there out of choice and not because they want to get their attendance and get the fuck out of there. So it's a dumb system. Even I told that to the mechanical dean, he agreed with me. But the thing is, everyone in Giki is slave to the HEC, so higher education commission. So they can't change shit without them. There are like many things that could be better, and like any good not I don't mean any well okay, any good university should do that. That attendance shouldn't be mandatory. It's really dumb that attendance is mandatory, but we move. This is life. Everything is shit, but that's how life is. It isn't Jiki's fault, it's actually the HEC's fault for having a shit system, but it's Pakistan, like what else do you expect? Like I have to submit my assignment like my friends, I told my friends that I submit my assignment physically in a PO box type shit and they couldn't believe it. Like my friends are studying abroad, that's the thing, but like they couldn't believe like I could have to submit my assignments online. They're like, why would you submit them in a PO? You should submit them online. Like, so it's something that I have to adapt to, but it's part of life. I'll just say that. So I'm just clearing my throat. I think next video I'll tell no. Yeah, okay. I think I'll make another video for the trip. So after that, the thing is, the whole. Sorry, I'm going back to the trip. The trip was amazing. Most of the shit was amazing. Like the first day we went and had food and then went directly to Naran, slept there. We went to Topi Bazaar. There I tried to meet my friend. Like I have friends throughout Pakistan and connections, so it's really easy. Some are from Giki, some are not. So like I can like I was in Naran. I was like, okay, can you wait here? I'll go to the restaurant and meet one of my friends. But they weren't there, so sadly I couldn't meet them. I couldn't get in contact with them, so that was kind of sad, but I was like, okay, no issue. But it was amazing. I also got a great chain. My friend took it because he really needed it for like sentimental value and stuff. So that was great. And what else did I do? That night we had a bonfire. Okay, that bonfire was amazing because after that bonfire, me and one, two, three seniors, and they were like one, two, three, four, five juniors. We all went. I'm not taking any names just for privacy's sake. I don't want to reveal half the shit. So We all went at 3 a.m. to Naran Bazaar, and that was fucking amazing. Because, like, with family, I would never do that. Like, there was 0% chance that I would do that. But at 3 a.m., in another city that I visited only once, we are roaming around and having Kashmiri chai. So, that was superb experience. I'm not saying we did that, but maybe we did that. Like, not we, I mean, some people did that. So, it was great. And after that was the most amazing scene, because the thing is, I'm used to not sleeping. I, like, most of my holidays I don't sleep. I sleep, like, even today I haven't slept for the whole day and I'm still awake. The only thing that's hurting is my fucking neck because of Lahore. So the thing is, every I'm used to not sleeping, so I'm 100% conscious, and I won't say some dumb, well, I still say dumb shit, but I don't say as much dumb shit as people who aren't used to it. So at 4 a.m. we didn't know that if the cigarette was just a cigarette or did it have chairs too, because except me, because I was fully conscious, everyone else was high as hell. And it's because of lack of sleep, because it's a scientific thing. It isn't some, I'm not making this shit up. I've done research for it and I've experienced it personally. Is that as much time as you're awake, or if you're not used to it, you'll get higher and higher and higher, to a point where, like, you're almost drunk. And that's scientifically proven. It's like, after 24 hours of non-sleep, you're legally, you shouldn't be able to drive because you are legally drunk. So by that time, everyone was fucking drunk, and the shit they were saying was funny as hell. I'll say that, because everyone was fucking out of their mind, and it was amazing. The thing is, I enjoyed for a while, and then I got nervous because I didn't want anyone to say things they didn't want to and would regret it later. So I just went up to my hotel. I mean, not my hotel. I mean my room, to get a shower and then change so that I'll be ready for the next hiking trip. And the thing is, after I came back with my tripod, because I wanted to film the sunrise. So I went to film the sunrise in the middle of the river. I i fixed my tripod, I fixed everything, and then I blanked. After 10 minutes, in the middle of the river, I woke up. I slept for the 10 minutes. I woke up and I was like, shit, where the hell am I? Shit, I'm in the middle of a fucking river. Okay. Is the footage good? The footage was good, so I picked it up and then I went back. They were still awake. Everyone was still awake. So I went back. I had breakfast. Like, everyone had breakfast. Everyone woke up. I was like, shit, I just woke up, man, 2 minutes ago. Like, I slept all night. I was fucking lying, but I was dead tired at that time. But I had to go hiking to like the same, like, in 2 hours. So after getting fully ready, showering, everything, packing my bag, like all the hiking gear and stuff, I just went to sleep for 5 minutes. I woke up, and my fucking friend is saying the hiking trip is fucking cancelled because seniors said that it wasn't safe or something like that. Like, they were tired. I was like, fuck it. I'm about to go cry in front of everyone and convince them for hiking. Like, I was ready. I was fucking ready to cry like a fucking baby just to get that hiking trip. Like, you know me, I was 100% ready. But the thing is, they started voting. I was, don't know how well I was like, ya Allah, please, hiking, ya Allah. I was like fucking doing dua and everything. I was like, please, please, hiking. And at last we won by one vote. We won just by one vote. And alhamdulillah, we went hiking, because that night, if we didn't go hiking, I would have cried. I would have fucking thrown a whole tantrum if we hadn't gone for hiking. So the hiking started remember that I have slept in the last 3 days for 1 hour and like not even sorry, not even 1 hour. I have slept for like 30 minutes and 10 minutes here and there. So in that hiking, I like, what would be the most fun thing to do? I went to a seat. I was like, why the hell don't you do regging? I was like, you guys, like, why the hell you don't do regging? So for regging, they handed me some stuff and they was like, go fast. I was like, okay. I started from the last, okay, and then me, Arsal Bhai, I mentioned before, and one of my other friends, Zaid, we three and another friend of Arsal Bhai, we were the first one to come to like top, except the ones that went on jeep. We didn't want to go on the jeep because that was all the pussy shit. Anyone who went on the jeep is a fucking pussy. I don't. I call you out. You shouldn't went on the G. You should have walked. I don't care how tired you are, okay? But amazing. We went up there and it was like I really enjoyed it because like how to say it? What would be the right word? It was tiring. It was 100% tiring. Like I was after coming. I It was like I would have died there. That's how tiring it was. But what I realized was that CBS was amazing because there wasn't like even third and fourth year were like interacting with us, like giving us advice. Some advice was kind of weird. Like I disagreed with them because one of the seniors. I'm fucking joking. If anyone in my house is listening, I'm fucking joking. But if any, like they advised that don't get into dating and stuff because it's bad for you and like you should learn from the real mistake. So I was like, but it's fun making some mistakes. And they all obviously started laughing, but it was great. The thing is, one of our seniors, Ahmed Humayo, obviously bhai, he his poetry is great. Like he's doing proper poetry and it was amazing listening to him. And great guy. Like everyone is also great. If someone of CBS listening, everyone is great. But for me, Ahmed Humayo by like Ahmed Humayo. I think I'm not butchering his name. Like his poetry and stuff was really inspiring. Like I'm not into poetry. I didn't even believe in fucking poetry. Like who the hell writes poetry? Fucking losers. But he inspired me to write some shit and stuff. I'm not going to reveal that shit. But so amazing guy. Like it was amazing. CBS was amazing. Most of the thing about CBS that most of the people are talented except me. Like most of the people in CBS are talented and they're good people, and that's the most amazing part of it. So moving on, I think the next significant thing was the Ashray Neutronics welcome. The thing is, I went. I'll show you a picture if I remember to post it. But in all black, full Michael Jackson. This hat. Where the hell is that hat? This hat. Okay, this hat. Okay, and I was full Michael Jackson. Like chain, everything, and it was amazing because I really enjoyed it. The nickname I got was midget. You won't ever know why because it's just remember that when I said that if someone asks you a question, say the most obnoxious thing you can. I said it. The thing is, even though I said it was obnoxious thing, it's part of my comedy bit. So like I've inserted into that, so it's okay. I didn't lie. Well, I technically did. That isn't my favorite category, but that was the most funniest thing to say. So half the time I'm saying shit, it's just because it's funny, and half the time I'm doing shit, it's just because it's funny. Like I don't even half the time we're like class image. I'm like fuck class image. If this something is funny, I'll do it. That's the first part of being a comedian or accepting like doing stand up is if something is funny, just do it. After that, decide if it was self depre like if your value decreased or not. So it was amazing. I got my nickname midget, and I had to do moonwalk. That it wasn't anything special. Like technically speaking, I got the most unique nick. The rest of the nicks were really weird. Like they were really average nicks. Like there weren't any nick that I really enjoyed, in the sense like the second and third year nicks were like more funny. Like not all of them were funny, but for example, in our group there are like there is a guy, I don't even know his real name. Like again, I'm shit at remembering. Garfield, I remember his name. Then Wally got I think bend over, so that was a little bit funny, but the rest were okay. Like I didn't get most of them. Like I, if there's a nickname and you wanted to be funny, make it offensive as hell. So, or something to really embarrass them. But I don't think Tronix did that, so we move. And I also attended the Ashtray welcome, and that the funny thing about the Ashtray welcome was that half of the people I like they were the only people that I knew were all the MGS people and there was, yeah, and two mechanical people. There two mechanical people, so that's it. The rest I didn't know. All my friends, including, well, I'll tell you because most of them will come on a podcast sometime soon. So Anas, Ayan, Rayan won't come most likely. Maybe he does. I don't know. And who else? Yeah, these three were there, and obviously the president that I didn't even know who he was. I didn't even at that event. I didn't know he was the president. I just knew that we played hardball together. I so after that I was like, shit, let's go to Instagram and see who the president of Asia is. I'm like, fucking hell, no, fucking hell, that guy is the president. So that's it for most of it. I'll make another one for the mid what I did for the midterm holidays. One more thing we did, like some days I'm having a bad day or like I'm in a funny mood. So one day I went full gangster mode. Like I did a bandana. I not a bandana. I mean a durag, full on chain and everything, and went to class. And it was like funny as hell because like everyone like, what the hell has happened to him? Another day we went to an HM class wearing full suit. Like we were fully suited, three-piece suit, and went to HM class. I'm like, why are you wearing? So like, it's funny. So we did it. So it was great. Rest of the thing is, the university is great. It's a bit small. Giki is a very small place. I've toured most of it. The thing is, I get bored of places very fast, and that's why I didn't want to come to Giki. But we move. We play with the cards that we have. So that's it. I don't think I've missed anything. I didn't tell you half my ragging stories because like that's too much to say and I don't want to get demonetized and stuff. But it was fun. Like most of the ragging was fun and I enjoyed it. Not in the sense like that would be kind of weird. I don't know, like my whole, like basically the unique thing about this lower ground is that because there are less people, we everyone knows everyone else. So for me, because of this fucking mic, everyone thinks I do OnlyFans. Like for the first week, most of the first week, everyone was like, अस्सलाम वालेकुम, कैसे हो? This is Kari, ये only fans करता है. Basically that means that they gave me the nickname Kari and he does OnlyFans. And I was like, what the hell does that mean? Just because I have a fucking mic doesn't mean that I'm a fucking fan model. And today they were like messaging me, they were saying, shit, OnlyFans model make like 50 to 100,000, start making OnlyFans. I was like, if I had those assets, I would have 100% made them. But I would be like, why would I be in the uni? I would have made millions, but I don't have them. So I'm studying university to become an engineer. I think so. Inshallah, brother. So at last, I have like how many minutes left? 6 minutes, 7 minutes. So I'll rank my teachers. You know why? Because I want to get in trouble. So I'll say the top is math. The thing is, the math teacher could have been a drug dealer, a crackhead, anything, and he would still be in the top because I love math. Like, like right now my math situation is shit because I don't have the motivation to study. It's too easy and shit, and like I have no motivation to practice and stuff. So like my motivation only came after the second quiz, after I fucked up some of the shit. But I didn't have any motivation stuff, so I didn't start study and stuff. So now I have motivation. I start studying. Like after the second quiz, I was like, "Fuck it, I'll do every question stuff." Inshallah, my grades reflect that. Inshallah, when this episode gets uploaded, most likely my results are going to be there. So I'll either jump off the fifth floor, or I not the fifth floor. I mean the sixth floor, or I'll post in the community post that my empty result was okay. So math is first, then I would say the second is kind of weird, but I would say it's ch, because even though the subject is fucking shit, because every other subject I know most of the shit and it's boring as hell. So I would put ch second, because the sir is really fun and I get to learn new shit that I don't usually get to learn. So I'll put ch second. Then I'll put who do I put after that? I'll put HM after that, and that's a fucking surprise. Because even though, as much as people hate the English teacher, I've experienced so many shit English teachers, and he's not one of them. He gives so, like, there is a reason to hate, okay? He gives so much fucking assignments that it's a fucking pain in the ass. But in terms of study wise, like his studying method and stuff, for me at least, is great. Because I see other classes and the assignment they get for communication are shit. Like, I'm not learning communication by writing a 5 page letter, and I'd rather not write a letter. Like, I would rather have 100 videos to do in a week than to write a 5 page letter, or like a 1 page letter, or even a half-page letter, or even 5 words. Like, I would not write 5 words, I would do a video. Like, I'm comfortable doing it right now. I've talked for 1 hour. The thing is that HM classes, even though many people think are kind of weird, and I've heard a lot of weird stuff, but for me, the HM class is great because it's also something new I'm learning, and I get to talk and stuff. So I won't rank it that low, and I enjoy it, honestly speaking. I enjoy the English class simply because I had so many bad experiences with my English teacher, and his his teaching style and his assignment are a lot easier and a lot less pain in the ass than most of the assignments that most people, like most HM teachers, assign. So even though we cry a lot, I think his assignments are a lot easier than what most of the teachers are giving. This is my personal opinion because I enjoy making videos. The thing is, sir was saying that you'll make at least 100 hours of video. Like, I have 100 hour videos, like talking English on my laptop, like at least 100 hours, and that's besides the one that I've already deleted. So it was kind of funny because sir was saying that people were surprised. I was like, oh shit, oh my god, that's so much. I have that in on my hard drive. Should I listen to myself talking too much? Like, that's a problem, but that's something we do. Like YouTube, you have to listen. I listen to this 1 hour podcast again one more time. So after that, I'll put ch, because ch, the teacher is great. Like, I understand most of the shit he's saying, and the chemistry is still boring because I know most of it. So I didn't. The thing is, people be like, shit, if you know most of it, why wasn't your I mean, mid result great? Because I didn't learn the nickel cat thing, and I wouldn't learn it for anything. Like, I can't learn that. Like, I tried to learn it and I can't. Like, I can't learn any equations because that's O level shit, and I think university should be of that level that they don't force someone to learn equations, and it isn't some grade 8, grade 7, grade 6, 1947 that you're learning fucking equations. You should be able, like, asking equations for me is like so fucking weird and so backward that I'm not going to do that. Like, I can't, I'm not learning it for anything. That's my personal opinion. If someone has a problem with it, you can go fuck off. I don't give a damn, but that's my personal opinion. I don't believe that we should learn shit. Learning any equation or anything is completely useless, because I I can just pick up my mobile and beat you in 5 fucking seconds. So if you have not even 5 seconds, can beat you in 1 second. You'll be like, oh my god, I have this equation. I'm like, shit, I have it too. You spent 5 hours learning it. I just googled it. So I don't believe in that. Most of the thing I don't learn. I don't learn out of principle, because I'm not learning anything that's useless. Well, except anime music, but that's another thing. So after that, so who are the physics? The thing about physics teacher is great. The physics, I see. The thing is, I'm ranking it not only based on teacher, I'm ranking it also on the subject. Like, if I don't like the subject, you could be the best teacher. For example, CS is bottom. The teacher is amazing. He teaches everything correctly. He solved the main problem with lab, that it was going so fast. Now it's going in pace. He's a great teacher. But the thing is, CS for me is hell. Honestly speaking, like, CS, I don't want to study CS. I tried to take courses in CS and I can't, because it's something that I don't like. I'm just practicing CS to pass my exams, and then I'm not going to do it anymore, because I don't like it, and I'm studying most shit that I like. If I came to engineering to study what I like, and CS isn't one of it. So it's bottom, even though the CS teacher is amazing. Like, I understand most of the shit he's saying, but if you don't like the subject, it's not his fault. So I'm not saying that he's shit. I'm just saying the subject is shit. You can't deal with it. Physics. The thing about physics is that I know most of it. Like, and like the class, half of the class I'm sleeping because of that. Because the thing is, why would I like put effort into it if I know most of it? Like, the physics, even the mids exam, I didn't prepare that well. I knew, like, I revised some of it. I'm like, inshallah, brother, everything's going to be all right. So it was an okay paper. Like, I think I should have gotten 30 out of 30, because that one question I solved by energy method. It was, I think so. You should have solved. I should have solved by equation motion. But even after that, if it's a minus or A, I wouldn't argue with. Like, I would still argue with sir. I would maybe get 2 or 3 marks more. But the thing is, most the teachers are relatively great. Like, I know a teacher is shit or not, because I have dealt with many shit teachers. I've hired and fired teachers based on if they're good or not. I've studied privately, so I've done that. So I know if a teacher is shit or not. And uh, if a teacher is shit, I'll say it. I'm unfiltered most of the time. See, I don't give a fuck if the whole CBS sees this and, like, he didn't want to join CBS, then why is he here? The thing is, I'll no filter on a, well, there's a filter. I won't say anyone's name because privacy reasons. The rest, I'll say this: most of the teachers are amazing. Like, they teach well, and that's a compliment coming from me. That's amazing, because I have dealt with so many teachers. I can tell if a teacher is good or not. So most of the teachers are good. Like, not even good, they're great. I enjoy most of the classes. MT is the one that I enjoy most, because simply I love math. The rest and the sir is amazing. Like, he came to the first class, he was like, the first fucking class, okay, we don't even know who he is. And, like, okay, he started with, see, there are 15% of the children who will fail either way, if I study good or not, if I teach good or not. And there are 50% students who will top even if I don't study or if I don't teach or not. So I'm there just for the 70% who will actually listen to me and who will improve, and that's it. Like, brother started the first class so hard. I was like, the rest of the class are just going up from here. And, like, Sir, like the empty classes, sir has like some other fucking swag that it's like unreal wrist type of swag. Like I don't even know about what. Like anyone, like whoever is getting taught by the sir, like you will describe sir and they're like, yes, yes, we have the same sir. There are like some attributes of the like how do I like fucking I'm saying like so much fucking times. How do I describe him? Like okay, I said fucking like again. If I say like again, I should get okay. Shit, fuck. When he comes to class, okay, it's like some the vibe is unreal. It's just the vibe is weird. Like I don't know how to describe it, but that guy, he has a different race swag, something that I can't cope. And the fucking I wasn't disappointed in my fucking marks, okay? In the second, I was disappointed that I got low marks on that quiz in which I could have scored better. That was the main thing that pissed me off. The rest of the quizzes they were like average. I the thing is some of physics quiz the first one it got fucked because I was like fucking out of my mind that day. The thing writing that quiz was fucking lucky because I was busy with something else in the hospital. Like I had some like someone had some medical emergency and I had to be there. So that quiz it was 4:15 I came to Giki, 5:30 was a quiz, and I didn't eat all day, and I was like fucking out of my mind that day. So I was so out of my mind that night. I was going to Bravers for a class that was on Monday. Like Thursday, I was going to a class that was on Monday. That's how out of mind I was. Like, I was fucking drunk and everything. Like I was so fucking tired that that day I could have gone and sat in the Brabers building for 5 hours without knowing that there isn't any class. So it was like the mark that I got was good based on the mind, like the place that I was in. Like my hand was fucking cramping. Like I wrote the whole thing with pencil and then my hand started cramping, so I couldn't write with a pen. So that was another reason. Like it was an okay paper. The physics mids went great, alhamdulillah. So it balanced out overall. So I hope no one minds any of the rankings. Again, most of the rankings aren't based on the teachers. The teachers are great. They're based on how much I like a subject and is the subject new or not. Health and safety, the subject may be dry as hell, but it's something new that I'm studying. Most of the subjects aren't new what I'm studying, so it's kind of interesting to see. But the rest of it I've already learned, so there's any motivation to study and stuff. So the ranking is a lot harder. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'll make another video for the after the mids, the whole trip. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and goodbye.